There are two parts to every graft, the scion and the grafting stock. The scion is the pretty or useful version, the one you want, the one that has some unusual characteristics, such as being dwarf, or weeping, or especially blue, whatever. It might not be easy to root, or it might not grow from seed. The grafting stock is the root system, and maybe the trunk in some cases, that you graft onto. It might be easy to germinate, or it might grow from cuttings. It may offer certain characteristics to the scion, such as being more hardy, or dwarf, or help a plant grow faster. More importantly, it needs to be compatible. As with a weeping mulberry, the top bit, here, can be grafted on a regular upright mulberry, the trunk. The trunk is the way it grows in the wild. The weeping part is the more graceful and smaller, and so better for small yards. On your grafting stock, these are junipers by the way, trim away the lower growth so you have easy access to the stem. You'll need to get in there to work when it comes time to insert your scion. It's very precise, but moves quickly once you get the hang of it. The remaining growth at the top will be left for now, but will eventually be removed. It can be cut back to give the scion more space to grow. Sanitation is very important to prevent disease. Trimming away the top loose material slows growth, meaning even less competition for the scion. Again, cutting away the lower growth, disposing of the unwanted branches. You don't want any bits left over that will rot. Make sure your secateurs are good and sharp. Remember, a clean cut heals faster. Just as if you cut yourself with a serrated knife, it takes a while to heal, and if you cut yourself with a really sharp butcher knife, it heals pretty quick, or even a paper cut. It's all about how sharp it is. And make cuts right back to the stem. And then cutting away much of the top growth. Here, you're preparing the scion, the more desirable or useful part of the plant, using a very sharp knife. See how the thumb is protected? To cut away extra growth, again keeping sanitation in mind. Trim back the growth by about half over all of the cutting, removing the fluffy bits. This reduces stress on the plant. All parts of the grafting process require a great deal of practice so that you have not only a successful graft, but so that you don't injure yourself. Now you have your scion prepared. Again, you're going to totally remove about 7 to 10 centimeters of growth, although this will vary by variety, making nice, precise, clean cuts, cutting back to the fluffy growth. Timing varies from species to species. Generally, conifers get grafted in January, and deciduous material gets grafted in February. And you're left with something that's about 2/3 green and 1/3 stem. You need enough room to hold on to the cutting while preparing the base, which is the next step. And now you're preparing your grafting stock, also known as your rootstock, for the insertion of the scion. From about 4 centimeters above the soil, cut down toward the base about 2.5 centimeters. On your scion, make a nice fresh cut on a 30-degree angle, removing the bottom centimeter of the stem. Then, along the long axis of the stem, remove a 2.5 centimeter slice of bark off one side, nice and smoothly, and then on the other side, nice and smoothly. Touch up the angle at the base so that it fits precisely into the rootstock. You're going to remove any loose bits of bark so that nothing contaminates the union between the two plants, soon to be one. And then gently insert the scion all the way into the cut that you've made in the rootstock. It is essential to support the two parts together to prevent damage. The cambium represents the vascular tissues of the plant, and you need to line them up so that the xylem and the phloem from the rootstock line up with the xylem and the phloem from the scion. Then, tie the two together using an elastic, holding both parts firmly so that they remain lined up. Now it will be sturdy and well supported. It takes a lot of practice to do this right. Some nurseries now wrap the graft union in wax or sealant. At this nursery, NVK Holdings, they put the fresh potted cuttings in beds of moist, sterile peat moss until they're healed together. If both sides line up, that's great, but it is essential that one side line up perfectly. See the way everything lines up well on one side and fairly well on the other? The elastic provides support, but also ensures that the vascular tissues of both the rootstock and the scion are in firm contact with each other. Alternatively, this is how we take the freshly grafted specimen and seal the elastic wrapped union with a waterproof strip. This keeps out infection and keeps moisture in.